We're going on a bit of an adventure today. We're putting up some drift fencing for some toad migration. Take a little look-see. Why did the toad cross the road? Well, it's simple. They lived here first and we put the roads in after. So this has been a migratory range for them for quite some time, but now we've got roads here. So when these guys try to migrate, what happens is these big steel things, these vehicles, they come through and they make them flat, and that's no good for them. Hurts their numbers. So we've put these, or what we're going to be doing, I suspect, is putting up these drift fences, and that is going to sort of force their migration into areas that can be supervised.
Hi. Really appreciate you all spending your time to build this fence for the toads. We truly could not do this without you. My name is Spencer. I'm a conservation technician at the Fraser Valley Conservancy. I've been working here about a year, and this will be my first time doing this toad fencing, so be patient with me. I'm doing my best. So the reason we do this today is because the western toads breed in, which is just down that way. We'll hopefully be able to see it when we're in the field over there. And they migrate here about February to April, lay their eggs in there. Eggs will sit there, turn into tadpoles, and then the tadpoles, once it gets hot, which will be soon, the tadpoles will start leaving this wetland in giant numbers. So tens of thousands in good years, thousands in less good years. And typically in the past they would just migrate over these roads and there'd be huge road mortality because of that. But thankfully, a few years back, I think it was 2015, we installed a toad tunnel just over there to help the toads cross under this road. And that has significantly reduced their mortality. So to go with that, we have this permanent fencing here, which has been up for a few years. And then we also have awesome volunteers like you guys installing temporary fencing in the fields and near culverts to direct the toadlets towards the tunnels, because on their own, some will use it, but not nearly enough. And this is a yearly thing. The toads will do this every single year. They'll come through, they'll go in their migration, and then the more of them that survive, the better turnout we'll have a few years down the line when they're matured. Other than that, John is going to give you a quick intro on how to build the fence, so we'll be getting to that in just a moment. Thank you.
So what we're going to want to do is just kind of staple fencing to the posts. Get a few staples on top so it's nice and tight. And we want a little bit of an overlap on the bottom here. A little bit extra. Staple that good. And then before we do anything else, we'll go to the next one. What we'll do is we'll take this hose, and take a little ground staples, and we'll put it not right against the fence line, but back out a little bit. And then the spacing will be dependent on the terrain and how it's sitting. And after you're done that, just make sure there's no obvious gap. Let's continue on like that.
So you heard the man. Let's get these fences up. These are called drift fences, and we're just manipulating the migration of these toads to keep them off the roads. So I guess these drift fences are working already. This is not a western toad. This is a little Pacific tree frog. But it is a cute little fella. Now these guys are pretty climby. They take advantage of wet adhesion. So if he wants to, he's just going to go over this drift fence. But the hope is he's going to follow it all the way down and then across the permanent fence and then over to the little tunnel that goes under the road being just over there, so that instead of getting squashed by a car, he's just going to carry on about his merry way. Well, we've got some good progress down. We've now got this drift fence coming from the road, moving all the way across here into this lovely little grove. And through here, we come up to our permanent fence, which carries on all the way over to the tunnel that goes under the road for them. So we'll have to do some fendangling to close this gap, but instead we brought it over here. The idea being, hopefully these little toadlets are gonna shoop right around there and then just carry right on. Now, we plan and toads laugh, so they might double back, so we will still have to plug this up, but we're on our way. This little guy showed up to help out. This is just a little isopod. You've seen these on the channel before, but more so within bioactive enclosures. Newsflash, we live in a bioactive world. And take a look at this handsome little lad. Some kind of moth. I'm not a moth expert, so I don't know what kind of moth it is. But it's pretty beefy. Oh, farewell. One fence is done. We've got another one almost done. Well, the other team does. And then we got one left to do over at the little underpass tunnel doohickamajiggy. So let's head on over. We're going to build a wall.
Oh, I see hopping out there.
Lots of movement.
Aha! We have a tadpole.
All right.
Give this buddy some water and show him off to you folks. And once he gets boring, I'll go back for seconds. All right, 10 points to whoever can ID this tadpole.
Bullfrog.
You think bullfrog?
I think bullfrog. Oh, he's got little leggies. No, not bullfrog. He's too small for having leggies, isn't he?
Western toad.
Very possible. I'll need to get a better look at him to see. Let's find out. I'm fairly sure I know what this is, but... Alright, so I'd say 90% chance this is tree frog.
And
Tree frog.
what are your identifiers on that?
This is very not scientific, but I kind of look at the shape of their face and the eyes, and I kind of
Yeah.
think it's like a tree frog face.
The
eyes.
colors on the belly also kind of give
Yeah.
me like the belly of a tree frog
Tree
vibes,
frog
right?
vibe, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't the mouth parts look different also?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Like mouth parts, coloration is not a good one, to be honest. Mouth parts, like tail shape, head shape, it's hard to ID tadpoles, like super hard.
Oh yeah.
We have a good guide written by people more knowledgeable than me on our website, so check that out if you're really into tadpole ID. But yeah, this guy will probably be morphed out in 2 or 3 weeks because he's just got his little back legs there.
I also got a little
Yes, water spider or
larval.
something.
Yeah.
How big do they get? Like the tree frogs are pretty small. Eh?
Yeah, the tree frogs will be probably about like that.
On occasion, maybe I was up at Yale,
Yeah,
found one in a tree. He was,
They can get
in
pretty
hindsight,
big,
that
yeah.
might have been a Cuban, but
all the way from Florida here.
right. Comes up on some tropical plants, and away you go.
See what else I can turn up.
I wonder what he tastes like.
All right, let me take a peek and see if I can ID our new buddy.
There we go.
Sorry, I gotta catch you twice, guy. All right.
Oh, he's really cute. Oh, you can really tell what they are now. Like,
Yeah,
it's
to
raw
me,
now.
this is an easy one to ID. But if you guys can see him, he has little black bands near his eyes.
Oh yeah.
Super duper indicative of tree frogs.
Just like the one we found earlier by
Yeah,
the drift fence there.
Exactly. Tree frogs will always have that stripe. They can come in like 50 million different colors, but they'll always have that little stripe behind their eyes, and that's how we ID them.
Always.
Gonna be like massive then?
They'll probably shrink down, because what happens with the
Okay.
tadpoles is that their guts, they're very long, because they're one of them, the vegetarian tadpoles have long guts, because it takes a long time to digest plant matter, but then when they turn into frogs, they're obligate insectivores, so their guts shorten up, so it's easier to digest protein. So they'll shrink down a little bit to that size. And
Oh, yeah.
you guys may have heard of this guy, but there's the paradox frog, which has gigantic tadpoles, which are like huge, like bullfrog size. And then the actual frog is only about that big. So,
Our fire belly
super cool.
toads are similar. Our tadpoles get probably yay big. They're
Yeah.
ginormous. And then the little froglets come out and they're
Tiny.
itty bitty,
Yeah,
like a
super
centimeter
cool.
long, right?
And it's similar with the toads too. Like the toadlets will be smaller than this dude that we just got when they come out of the wetland, but the tadpoles will be probably bigger than that tree frog tadpole. There's quite a lot of change that goes on with them. And then,
So are the Pacific tree frogs more common or something?
oh yeah, they're absolutely everywhere. Like these are by far our most common native frog.
They're survivalists.
Yeah, they're super good at what they do, and they make the most iconic frog sound you can possibly think of. If you're hearing ribbit ribbit outside in the spring, that's these guys.
What's the white?
Now we're
This
talking.
one's got food, so I'm gonna let this bigger one go.
That one is actually
Might be
gravid.
gravid, yeah.
A gravid female. Beautiful.
Ugh, I'm gonna reek.
Oh, I can hold it if you like.
Sure.
I don't mind.
Smell bad, or is it that
This-
it did that?
This is musk.
Yeah, you see.
What's that?
So right here, that is their anal gland, their cloaca essentially, their everything hole.
I can smell it.
And they have these little scent glands tucked up away in the tail. So if they are thinking something's going to eat them, they will excrete out of that. They will writhe around and spread that scent everywhere, and it makes them a lot less appetizing.
So that's that thing at the back.
That's his bunghole, right there.
Am I allowed to? Can I touch
Yeah,
it?
of course.
I'm just,
Yeah.
like, how do I grab him?
Just support the body, and it'll kind of hold on to you. If it wraps you up a little bit, that's just because they don't land on their feet.
You can just smell it.
I love the blue belly on these ones. Nice red on this too. This is actually,
He's trying to like get away, I think.
that's a girl right there actually.
Yeah, I didn't see any.
Yeah,
He wasn't popping.
there we go. This is, yeah, a common garter snake.
There's a big debate amongst a lot of people about what subspecies we have, and I've talked to a bunch of people about this actually, and right here kind of in Chilliwack is the boundary between Valley and Puget Sound. So,
Oh, I saw up at Deer Lake.
yeah.
I didn't catch it, it was too fast, but I swear it was Puget Sound, that's Picaringi, right? Oh, it was so blue.
Yeah.
Unbelievably blue. And I'm almost wondering if like there's some gene blending going on
Oh,
between
I would
Sertalis
say
and
so.
Picaringi, because this has almost Picaringi colors on the belly, right?
Yeah.
Like that's a little too blue for just Sertalis, I think.
They're probably an intergrade.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be my guess. But
They're
the
beautiful.
number one feature which I've been able to actually ID them with between the two subspecies is that, and this isn't actually all useful, the lip scales, the interior valley garters will always, or most of the time, have a double scale on one of these. Since he's moving, it's really hard to see. But these Puget Sound garters will never have that. So if you ever
What's
see
that?
one that has a double lip scale, you know it's an interior species. I think this guy actually has it. Yeah. So
Where
this
are
will
we
be
looking?
a valley garter.
Okay.
Because, yeah, you see, like after the first lip scale there, he's got two right there.
That's right.
That means he's a valley garter.
I also notice at the Shem wetlands when I find them, they have twin red spots specifically on
Oh,
the forehead.
interesting.
I don't know if it's just that specific locale because there's a hibernaculum there. But yeah, it's quite something. And that is that. We have all of our drift fences up. We saw some cool herps, and we are headed back to the shop for the day. Thanks, everyone.